Hey, buddy? Are you on? Hello? Anyone in there? Look, if you are in there, you gotta give me a sign or something. A little beep boop or whatever your startup sound is. There we go. That's more like it. Sheesh, you scared me. Started to think I dragged your ass all the way back here for nothing. You have got some pretty solid plating on you. I guess that's probably why your wiring is held up so well. Oh, shit, yeah, sorry about that. Something's going on with your voice box. Seems like it can only handle basic sound outputs at this moment. So, talking is gonna be a bit of a no-go for you. It's fine. I'm sure I can talk enough for the both of us. Actually, speaking of that, can you hear me? Just nod or something, if so. Good, I'm glad to hear it. I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Lena. This is my workshop, I guess you could call it. Home sweet home. You know, I've never actually worked on one like you before. I mostly just find automated maintenance bots and get them back in service. You know, try and help anyone that passes through. But you, though, you have really got some stuff going on up there. Like a proper android. Your kind is actually pretty rare these days, I hope you know. Hell, I mean, everything's pretty rare these days. Seriously though, you are in crazy good shape, I mean, compared to all the other droids I've found. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I think. Here, why don't you tell me what year it is? Alright, buddy? Just, hold up the number with your fingers. Don't worry, I got all your arm joints back in service. Oof. Have I got some news for you? Let's just say that isn't quite the right year? Seems like you missed a couple of updates, huh? Sorry, that was a terrible joke. Technician humor. Look, based upon what you last remember and what I could tell from your system logs... Oh, sorry about that. I dug through your skull a bit while you were out of commission. Honestly, I was just trying to figure out where you were from since I couldn't find a serial number on you, but either way, sorry. Basically, what I'm getting at is the world that you can recall, well, it's not exactly the same as it was. In fact, probably almost nothing of what you remember is still around. Humanity has been through the ringer, to say the very least. I know what I've got here probably doesn't look like much to you, but it is a lot more than most people have. Hell, the fact that I've survived this long makes me luckier than most folks. I guess that goes for the both of us. I have got no idea what your name is, so I've just been calling you Buddy this whole time. You're classified as a companionship unit, so I figured it just kind of fit. Actually, give me a second. I can just read you the file. Here we go. Unit V522-018, created by the BUD AI Corp. Seems like your last employer was an animal shelter, about 8 years ago. Any of this starting to sound familiar? That's not surprising. Don't stress your circuits over it. Memory storage is a finicky thing at the best of times. Doesn't seem like the actual hardware is damaged, so it's probably manually been wiped. That sounds fucking awful. Jeez, no. Sorry, I'm not trying to be cold, it's just... Oh, what's that gesture supposed to mean? Oh, you want paper? That is a great idea. Here, let me grab you a notepad. I swear I had one around here somewhere. Got it! Here, have at it, buddy. So what is it you want to know? Oh, where did you find me? Eastern block of the city. There's this big electronics junkyard there. I've been trying to scour through it to find backups for my generator parts. Instead, I found you. Lucky for the both of us, I guess. Yeah, a junkyard. Look, seems like things might not have been going so good for you. Back even before all this shit happened. You know, when everything shut down, basically any and all electronic recycling stopped along with it. So, you probably never met your end fate. As for why you were there, I've really got no concrete information, but I can give you my best guess if you want to hear it. That said, I can't promise you're gonna like what I tell you. Okay, you want to know? Alrighty then. The joint mechanisms you have are extremely outdated. They're prone to breakage and pretty expensive to repair, considering the materials aren't really manufactured. That, along with what appears to be an older model of speech box and expression modulation, basically all just suggests that you aren't exactly a spring chicken, my friend. It's not a big stretch to believe that your employer just exported your memories to a newer model and sent you to the scrapyard. Ugh, it's pretty ugly when you start to think about it. Sorry. If it makes you feel better, though, by this point, I am just as obsolete as you are. The world decided that humans were pretty outdated a long time ago. What about everyone else? Well, there's not been much of anyone in this area, aside from the fucking creepy crawlies that are taking over everywhere. They're, kinda like zombies, but as far as I can tell, they were never human to begin with. Maybe in another city, people have actually been able to study them, but as far as I can tell, there's not much of anyone left around here. Alone? Yeah, I'm alone here. Or at least I was, till you showed up. There was someone else for a while, but then that idiot went and got themselves killed. What an asshole. Whatever. It was a long time ago now. It's alright. I don't really mind being by myself. I mean, sure, makes it harder to haul supplies back here, but, I get by. And no one complains about what music I put on. Are we safe? Oh, yeah. Actually, pretty darn safe. Or as safe as it gets. The generator in the basement powers the security system around the building. If anything manages to get through the physical barriers I've got, it'll trigger the alarm system so I can go take care of it. Turns out, the fuckers out there bleed just like the rest of us. Even before the world went to shit, this place was built to last. After all, what we were working on here was sensitive. Prone to combusting under the wrong conditions. No, I wasn't making androids. This lab was for medical equipment creation, mostly for precise surgeries. I was a lab tech, and I helped test the products and make adjustments to prototypes prior to production and rollout. Basically, me messing around with bots was just a hobby, Something to keep me busy. And now, other than maintaining supplies, there's not much else to focus on these days beside hobbies. Yeah, there's nobody else. At least, no one nearby. I managed to radio out a few messages, but the only signals I got were from the West Coast, and the odds of actually making it there alone are pretty slim. Hell, they were slim when Dr. Lukens was alive, and now they are practically zero. Don't get me wrong, I would like to find other survivors, I just don't really see it happening anytime soon. There's not much hope left that my colleagues or anyone that I knew before having made it this far. But, who knows? I didn't see any of this coming, so for all I know, there could be a caravan of human survivors headed their way this very minute. But, in my opinion, no point in getting my hopes up, right? If this is it, that's fine. I can handle myself. I've made it this far, after all. What? Why keep going? Come on. Do I seem like someone who knows when to quit? Please. Like hell, I'm gonna do that. I fixed you, didn't I? There's still so much left to do in this life. Besides, I fucking hate being told what to do. If the world wants to try and snuff me out, so be it. But I'm not gonna go quietly. Enough depressing conversations about me. I suppose I should ask you, what do you plan on doing now that you're back in business? I've got a couple more repairs to make to your ankle joints. Oh, I hope you don't mind. I updated what I could with more sturdy and current materials. But once I'm done with that, you should be right as rain. From the data I've been able to gather, pretty much all the creatures out there hunt largely by smell. Since, well, you aren't exactly alive, you shouldn't really have an issue. Give me a few days, and you can go. Yeah, it's a lot to take in, I know. Sorry for waking you up at, like, the shittiest moment in history, but who knows? Maybe things will go better for you than for the rest of us. Or really, before, you must have always had some task to do that was set about by humans. But not anymore. You are actually gonna be completely free. Pretty crazy to think about, right? Whatever you want to do, you can just do it. No one to tell you otherwise. I won't lie, I'm a little jealous. So, what do you want to do? It's kind of a big question, but there's gotta be something you want. You want to help? Help with what? You want to help me? And why precisely would you want to do that? Because I helped you first. You want to help me now. Jeez. I guess that's probably just how you're wired, huh? Look, buddy, you don't owe me anything just because I put you back together. I did it mostly because I was bored. And sure, I wanted to help you out, but still. You don't have to stick around here just because of that. I mean, seriously. Besides, how exactly are you planning on helping me? Let's go west? Are you kidding me right now? The two of us. Head west? Are you trying to get me killed? Or did you miss the part where there's, you know, the vicious, flesh-eating creatures everywhere outside? I suppose that there's the possibility, since you wouldn't be on their radar, you would technically be able to scout ahead and let me find more materials. If we were to get some kind of transport up and running, things actually might not be so dangerous once we get out of the city. Shit. Maybe you're onto something. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Don't get ahead of yourself, though. First, before anything, we need to scope out a new voice box. Talking to myself is seriously getting old. Alright then, let me help you up and I'll give you the grand tour. Seems like you ought to know your way around the place since it'll be home for the both of us for a while. Jeez, who would have thought it would work out like this? See? This is why I said I don't even bother trying to predict the future. Things just never go according to plan. Not that I'm complaining. Alright, yeah. Less talking, more showing you around. Jeez, you're demanding for someone that just woke up. Though I suppose, I will admit, it will be nice to have a roommate again. Alright, buddy. Let's go.